Let's go ahead and get started. So last week, after handling Gazmoosh and getting rid of Karmir, you summoned Trinculo, who came and very swiftly left with Gazmoosh. They both just evaporated in front of you, presumably to another plane. And you guys headed back to Trinculo's Hoard, where you spent quite a bit of time sifting through things, finding a few magical items, and scooping just about as much as you could into a bag of holding of the gold and gems and various coinage that was there on the ground. So that is where we left off. Hey, what's going on, Niller? All right, so you guys are still here in the throne room. Wuros, had you given me a perception check last week?
Yeah.
I'm looking for that.
I gave you one. It was 16.
Oh, yeah, there it is. All right, as everyone is finishing up with scooping everything into the bag and all the various identifies that Zerkos were performing, you begin to hear the sound of some hushed talking coming down the corridor. You're muted if you're saying anything.
I'm sorry. Please go again. I was on my headset for a second there.
That's all right. As you are looking at, or as everyone is finishing up with identifying magical artifacts and scooping up all the gold and stuff into the bag of holding, you begin to hear the sound of some hushed talking coming down the corridor here as you're listening.
Oh. Okay. Can I peek around the corner here?
You can briefly. I'm not sure if you can see that far.
Don't see anything.
Peek again.
Yeah, okay. I didn't scroll up. Okay, yeah, I do see something as I quickly peek past the darkness.
Yeah, you're just catching a little. There's not really light down there, and your vision normally wouldn't reach quite that far. But you're getting just a little bit of the glow as you catch like the shadow of a backlit figure rounding the corner at the other end.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm gonna kind of head into this room and kind of just loudly. I'm gonna actually just whisper to Erixus since he's right next to me. Tell him that I hear some figures. I hear something and saw a figure up the hallway. If you want to let people know quietly.
Yeah, Erixus would pop in here and just would awaken mind Fillerin. Ah, idiot! That's just hidden block. Awaken mind Rain.
I'm telling I will do my silent speech on those two over there on Shin and Zorkers. I'm busy telling Shin, hey Shin, pick up that pretty thing over there. Pick it up. Pick it up. Do it.
What
you can pick it up.
I send him a silent, shh, there are people coming. Telephone.
Oh,
shit.
Yeah, I forgot to address that real quick. I added Shin's aura of vitality that he gained at level 6. Anyone within that aura gains a bonus equal to his charisma modifier on saving throws, which is a +3.
Ooh. Wow. I'm gonna hide behind the throne.
Yeah, what is that?
What?
You cut out, Adam.
Plus 3.
Do? Is that the same aura that Slate had?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you've mostly all been informed of the approach of somebody down the corridor. What are you guys doing?
I pick up a piece of gold and put it in Shin's pocket and pat it on it and laugh.
I'm hiding behind the throne.
That wasn't so bad, was it, Shin? Come on.
Everybody's doing it, man. All the cool kids.
Shin.
I'm kind of just gonna like, can I stealth and like keep a peek around the corner here?
Sure, give me a stealth roll. You're feeling pretty stealthy. As you're continuing to listen, the voices are definitely getting a bit louder. They're still kind of hushed. You can't like make out a conversation. They don't seem like they're trying to be exceptionally quiet. Here, let me look at your token. Oh, they're.
I'm not
you
like
gotta see 'em.
physically around the corner here. I'm just like
Right,
peeking my
right.
head. Yeah.
Yep.
So I see 4, or I see 2 pretty clearly, and 2 like, just into the darkness. Now they have all run into the darkness, but there's like a 60-foot window where I can't see anything, and then like a 10-foot. Yeah. So I would see them approaching a little closer. And
Yeah.
they're definitely coming toward, right?
Yep, you continue to see them approach. Is this where they die? Not quite. I mean, it could be.
I
I don't think they'll fight these guys though.
Step back here, and then I'm going to.
It didn't sound good.
I have
This is
a.
all happening within this 1 second that I'm trying to figure out.
Anna has an idea too. What are you casting?
I was gonna make an illusion of something that would like slow them down a little bit, but
Do we want to slow them down? What do we want to do? Are they
Oh,
hostile?
no, I wasn't gonna make anything to even or make them hostile. I was just maybe just gonna put like a sneaker or something on the floor.
Is this weird leather footwear?
Yeah, something like that. But I can't see. Can create a sound or an image of an object within range. Okay, the object must be no larger than a 5-foot cube. Yeah, so I'm gonna step in here, and then I'm gonna like signal to them that they're coming. I'm gonna like whisper to Erixus that they're coming closer. I think I saw 4, right? Or did I see 5?
I think you could only see 4.
Okay. But I saw a 2, and then I saw 1 in the front. But I don't know if that was the same, if they like rearranged themselves as they came through that little dark spot on my screen.
That's hard to say. That was out of your range of dark vision, but not illuminated by any of the residual
Well, whatever. I'll say 4.
energy in the floor.
And then I'll kind of just like reference to, to us to like act natural or something. And then I'm just gonna
Are there
like
any
go over
girls
here and
there?
like start looking at the tree.
So you're not casting an illusion.
Just
No.
Yeah.
All right, and you, Erixus, being near the door, you hear the sound of a few footsteps and the same hushed voices beginning to come closer now. But suddenly, as they round, what you're guessing approximately round in the last corner here, they stop short and go silent as they hear Zorkris and Shin arguing back and forth a little bit, and people moving around inside, and
Get up,
there's
Shin.
just
Get up.
silence.
Oh, Shin, be quiet. Someone's coming.
was I able to make out anything that they were saying?
No,
Or
it
even
was
language.
very, very hushed. Just whispers kind of echoing down the hallway a little bit. Give me a perception check.
Yes.
Oh, okay, nobody's gonna beat that.
Let me turn guidance on.
And Wilbros also give me a perception check.
Apparently 15 plus 1 is my roll all day.
Apparently. Could be worse.
Ah.
So you do not see, but suddenly there is just right at the corner of the door, there's a quick shuffle of movement as something moves back quickly.
An action.
Sorry, what?
I would like to do two things. I would like to hold an action, but at the same time, like, call out to them. Does that count? Like, I don't know how I do that as a combat.
I mean, I'll allow it. What action do you want to hold?
I want to cast. If they get hostile to me, attempt. Let me phrase this properly.
I mean, your mic's messed up.
I feel like it might be Discord, but
Oh, okay.
I mean,
maybe
I
not.
have full.
yeah, it's not really robotic. It's like you're just getting quieter.
He's like spinning in a chair right now.
No, I'm in my kitchen. Give me 1 second.
Ah.
I'm gonna try to restart Discord. Don't
Okay.
go without me.
I attack.
I am going to do something very important when I come back.
I'm not sure. You're muted, Adam, if you're trying to talk.
Hello, testing. 1, 2, 3.
Seems better?
How about if I keep talking? Does it still sound better?
So far.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, I would like to hold an action. If they attempt to harm me personally, in any way, I will teleport 30 feet away and cast you and Shriek. I will link. This is only if they attempt to harm me.
Uh-huh.
And the other action that I would like to take is just kind of like walk up to here and say hello in that, charming but odd way that only I can manage.
All right. This one that is kind of tucked into the branches against the wall, you don't see. But you do see the other four standing there in the hallway in anticipation. And as soon as you say that...
Go ahead. Sorry.
As soon as you step out and say that, one of them steps forward and... Who are you? What are you doing here?
Do I not see him as in, like, he's... Like, I know he's there, but I don't see him?
You don't see him in that he rolled a 29 in his stealth roll, and he's currently hiding in the tree branches there.
Okay. Well, I would say that if any of your friends are backed against the wall, I would watch out for snakes. But anyway, hello, hi, how are you? How can I help you?
How can you help us? Perhaps
Yes.
first by explaining why you're in the lair of a dragon.
Well, Trinculo sent us here.
That seems unlikely.
Would you just trust me? It is a very long, boring story. We have many things to do.
As do we.
Great. So why don't we just call it even? We'll go our way, you'll go yours, and that's the end of our encounter.
Our way is forward. By all means, feel free to
Good.
depart. As he waves his hand behind him, and everybody steps to the side.
Arixis calls out, "Hey, fellas! They want us to depart!"
Who's there? I didn't even see anybody.
Oh, and I turn back to I can't actually see what they are in the hallway. I feel like I should be able to see. Like, can I tell what creatures they are?
They would kind of continue moving forward, and you at the same time see this one step out from the wall finally.
Like, I don't know what I can't see the tokens.
They are very, very clearly drow, all of them.
Oh.
Oh.
So I'll pop back in and yell, excuse me, drow. My idiot friend doesn't know that you're here. Can you just announce yourselves to him?
What's a drow doing in the forest?
I'm sorry, to who?
Oh, for the love of God. I walk back in. Fellas! Excuse me, Sarah, and lady. Oh, you, coward. There's your brethren in here.
That's racist.
This is normal. Is this the second time we had like encounters with drow and both our drows were not there?
I think so.
Oh, yeah.
I think this is on purpose.
It's really not. I definitely thought Dan was going to be here, but I had this plan before Amanda had to back out of tonight too. So,
So if Arixis can't see Fillarin, and my assumption is we're not playing for Fillarin, Arixis would go, coward?
Fillarin, I think would probably keep a hand on a rapier, and just kind of remain silent and step to the side.
Arixis would ask Fillarin why he is the way that he is.
The front guy steps another step forward and says, "I don't believe we're acquainted.
Call
So
out.
you'll be
Are
on
you
your way then."
servants of the dragon? I call out. Are you a servant of this dragon?
Of Trinculo, I
Yeah.
don't believe that Trinculo keeps any servants. Not his style.
I bet he does keep errand boys, though. Are you one of those?
Are you? You are the ones who were sent here by him.
Well, we are the ones who did him a favor, so sure, we're errand boys, whatever you say. But it sounds like you're here to raid.
Here to what?
Raid.
A raid.
Raid boss! Oh no, not that kind of raid.
Raid is a strong word. We are here to take the remainder of what is
How about
ours.
plunder?
Looks like you've been doing some of that yourselves. As he
We
kind
got
of
a
looks
trustful
off
lord.
and he puts a hand over his eyes and kind of squints towards the horde. It's looking a bit diminished lately.
We took our share. We have no business with you. Are you guys ready?
Oh my God, do I agree with him? I do. Arixis is just like dumbfounded and just starts like, it's like, I can't believe it. I agree with you. This is unbelievable. This is the first time. Excuse me. It's just unbelievable. It's just like muttering to himself and like walking down the hallway by himself.
As you finally pass by, so you would do well to stay away from this place in the future.
Arixis stops. Just dead stops in his tracks and like turns his head around like an owl. Like, and it's just like,
no, you didn't.
and just says, "Shut up, the idiot! I can't believe it. It just boggles the mind." And I just keep walking.
A man without sound or any sort of effect of any kind is just suddenly apparated next to the drow. Now, let's not quabble over a few pieces of gold. Come now, let them leave.
But we're not quabbling. I thought I told you we agreed. God.
Indeed.
Do I have any, like, I feel like I've been dominating this, so I'm going to stop now and let someone else do something.
This guy's a nice hat.
At the mention of like plundering and stealing things, I kind of just like, take a step back and just look at everybody else.
I go, are you the leader of this crew, this motley crew of drow?
A human leading a drow?
You could say something like that.
It just did.
As he turns to you, Zorkrus, you immediately recognize him as the man that you met briefly outside the bandit cave.
I remember you. Not really. You remembered me. Who are you?
I am a friend.
Hello, friend of no name.
And hello to you. I believe you were all leaving.
I couldn't hear you over the drinking minutes.
It sounds like someone's running a tavern.
I am celebrating. You all can go to hell.
He says, I believe you were all leaving.
Pretty sure we were here first. Where? So wait, sorry. Why did they say they were here?
They didn't.
They didn't.
They
They just asked us why we were here.
Yeah, they mildly implied that they're here for the treasure, but didn't really directly state it.
If we got the magic stuff, why don't we just bounce?
Yeah.
And did they say when we? Sorry, I'm like working at the same time, but we said Tranquillo sent us, and did they say anything about him?
Not particularly. I mean, they seem to be relatively familiar with him, and that they knew A, that he was a dragon, B, that this is his lair, and I mean, they've kind of deflected all of your questions, essentially.
Okay. So I'm gonna kind of insert myself into the conversation about when, like, does Tranquillo know you're here?
Yes, I spoke with him recently. All is well.
How recently?
Just this morning.
Just this morning.
Indeed.
How did you speak with him?
I have my ways. I'm sure your friend here could tell you about some of them, as he motions to Zorkrus.
Can I do insight or arcana to see if he truly? Because I would have an idea that there would not be very many ways to talk to Tranquillo, right?
Yeah. You could do an insight check.
15 plus 1. Oh, a 19 plus 1.
He definitely seems like he's telling the truth. He's a bit of a difficult man to read, but he as far as you can tell, these people seem to be fairly familiar with Tranquillo, so it doesn't seem out of the realm of possibility that he could have somehow messaged him or something.
What's the time frame? Like, what time did Tranquillo meet up with us in the town?
Well,
And,
it took us a
what
couple of
time is
days
it
to
now?
travel back, I think.
Yeah,
right?
you're getting here at the end of the second day since Trinculo arrived of that morning. So it's been like 18 hours, maybe 18, 20 hours. Or sorry, like 40 hours.
I'm gonna send a message to Tranquillo. Go, hey, Tranquillo, it's Zorkus. Your friend is robbing your lair. I don't know who he is, but he knows you. Awesome.
As soon as you begin the motions of casting the spell, the man in front of you gives a wave of his hand, and you feel the energy leave, but the spell just
I
disperses.
wave my hand at his hand.
Oh shit!
Wait, what?
Counterspell! Counterspell!
Counterspell me, counterspell?
Roll a d20.
Cab lad.
Roll a d20
that?
and add your charisma modifier.
Oh, does he get the
So
plus
just roll
3?
charisma,
Oh,
right?
you probably
Yeah,
upcast it.
roll
You probably
charisma.
upcast it.
Yeah,
Charisma. Ugh!
Ugh.
your counterspell fails.
I squeak a little bit when I try to cast a message. Look at him. Why didn't you want me to ask Tranquillo? He's my buddy too.
There's no need. He's well. He is where he wants to be.
Yes, thanks to us.
I believe you were leaving
Getting a
now.
weird vibe from this guy.
As he takes another step forward and to the side and again motions his arms down the hallway.
Just before we go, could I please have the pleasure of your name? You know me, and I still don't know you.
Look, all I'm saying is Tujrao almost wiped us out last time. We should probably.
Oh, I'm not threatening him, but this guy, he gave me a power last time I met him.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh,
That was a
it's
few
that
levels ago.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Roll a wisdom save at disadvantage.
I'm not that smart.
I am not a smart man. Oh!
Whoa!
I do get a +5 in wisdom.
You are immediately enamored with this guy, and
Shit.
he steps forward and responds, "You know as much as you need to know. Please, I believe you were leaving."
I think we're leaving.
Yeah, we are leaving, right? Let's go.
Does he wave his hand in the air like Jedi mind trick?
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
Thank you there, stranger. Let's go, guys.
It's been my pleasure. As you walk by, he gives you a slap on the back, and you feel a new surge of energy.
Ooh, that tingled.
So we're leaving?
Yeah, let's go, guys.
Erixus is muttering his way up the hallway, still in utter disbelief that he agreed with Zorkers on something.
Oh, hey there, good-looking guys. How are you all doing? Pardon us. Such a nice guy. What's he doing in the middle of this lair here? Oh, shit. That's awesome.
And you now have that.
That's awesome.
All right. Fillerin and Rosera follow you guys out. Who was the last out? I wasn't watching.
Shin is going out, and then I'm going out after.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody else is.
I was the last one
Well, I
before
meant-
Fillerin and Rosera.
I meant like out of the room itself. Okay.
Yeah, I was the last one out of the room itself.
With going off from your last perception check, as you saw Fillerin pass by, you swear you saw just a slightly almost imperceptible nod.
I shrug.
Oh, come on, roll 20. Zoom me out like that.
Where is Zorkers?
Oh, that's right.
They're lagging.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know where I am. There I am.
It's not, I mean, it doesn't really matter. So you guys make your way back out and back into the wide world. So you guys are going to head back to Halarahh then?
We have to go see
Yeah.
Zalathorn now, right?
Yeah, so we have to go all the way back to the tower. Well, not tower, the magic guild thing.
All right. Based on how long it took you to get here, approximately with a bit of waylaying, you know that it's about a 3-day journey, a little bit more probably, with getting back from the lair back onto the road and traveling the road back down and through and out of Halarahh. You still have your cart, obviously, so I assume you'll all be riding on the cart. Who it will be driving this time?
Guidance.
I'll drive. I think I did okay last time.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Perception.
Persnickety.
Stephanie.
Oh, it is the end of a day too. You guys have already traveled a full day to get here. Are you looking
We
to
tied
travel
that.
any further before resting, or are you just going to park it in the forest here?
Yeah, I don't have any big spells, so I would like to rest a little bit.
Yep.
Tiny cut it up.
Well, yeah, I could build a hut if you guys want.
I think we need to. Otherwise, we're gonna get exhaustion, right? If we keep going.
I'll take a long rest.
I mean, we don't necessarily need a hut. We can just rest, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you guys all set up. Who will be taking watch?
I'll do a watch.
And I'll do a second one.
Erixus can join a
Oh.
watch. Why not?
Oh, am I also rolling perception for this?
Yeah, if you've
Oh.
volunteered for watch.
For the love of God!
Ooh.
I'm taking a watch with Rain.
All right, we can say that one of the drow takes a watch too to speed up. Oh, it doesn't show as Fillerin. I swear it normally doesn't. It normally say that I'm rolling as that character.
Usually.
There's a setting.
Maybe
Yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Anyways, that was for Fillerin.
setting for that. Yeah. It's the
All right,
add character name to templates thing.
Gotcha. All right. Well, the night passes pretty uneventfully. Are you guys staying near the fortress? Are you trying to stay off to the side and out of the way, or? What's your plan for location? Did you guys want to keep an eye on them, see if they come and go, or?
Am I still charmed, or how long is that going to last for?
A few minutes after you leave, it seems to wear off. And you
Take my head and goes, let's just get away from these guys. They're not good. Holy cow.
you don't know that you were charmed, but you
Oh,
it's not the charmed spell that lets you know, but you do feel less what's the word I'm looking for, less you don't like him quite as much as you did a second ago.
yeah, what's up with that guy?
All right. Well, we can assume you're just kind of staying off the beaten path a little bit. The night passes pretty uneventfully. Nothing apart from the usual sights and sounds of the forest. So you guys set off the next morning with Wilros at the lead and make your way about a day's journey. You do pass Hatfield again on your way. Any wishes to stop, or are you going to keep going?
Hatfield's the town that we just
With meatballs and the.
Yeah, the meatball town.
with the boom monsters.
So we're on our way back to Halarahh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We would recognize the town as we pass it? The meatball town?
Yeah, definitely. It was just off the road. Nothing looks particularly notable. You see a couple people at a distance deeper into the town, but nobody's near the road, and it seems like they've cleaned up, and you don't see any bodies or anything from a distance anymore.
This is our handiwork.
Wonder if Shamar's still around. Is he still beating up his wife?
Wow.
Wow. Jesus.
Okay, well, assuming you pass on by the town, you make your way, full day's travel. Probably just getting to the edge of the forest again by the end of the night. Give me perception checks again for another set of watches, and I'll roll one for Fillerin to take one watch.
First watch here.
I'll take a watch too.
With rain.
Guy.
Rexus, you're looking the wrong direction.
Arixis is still muttering to himself in disbelief over the agreement with Zorkers.
I didn't mean to have this there.
Yeah. Oh, nat 20, nice.
Unbelievable.
Nat 20.
I pat Arixis on the head and just start laughing.
All right. It again seems to be another pretty uneventful night. Not a lot happening here on the edge of the forest. The sounds and wild nightlife that you hear pretty densely in the depths of the forest is definitely a lot quieter out here, and it just doesn't seem like there's a whole lot around once you're getting to the edge of the forest here, and the trees begin to dwindle and turn to stony foothills of the mountains. Is Wilros continuing to lead on the next leg?
Sure.
Give him guidance again.
We took a long rest, right? So I got my hit
Yeah.
dice back.
Yeah, 2 now.
Yeah, I will receive again with guidance this time.
All right, you lead your way along, and it's not hard to follow, but it's a well-beaten path here leading back into the main region of Halarahh here. A little ways into the day, a few hours in, you do see a wagon train coming down the road.
A wagon
ahead of
train?
you. No,
someone
wagon
else
trains.
kills.
Be right back.
Sorry,
Think it's
wagon
the
trains are
dwarfs
excessive.
again?
You see a wagon, a pretty large wagon coming down.
Is it that same one with all the dwarves?
That'd be amazing. Well, tell them what happened with their friend.
Give me a perception checks.
Right. 23.
Oh, nice.
Rain does look ahead and see that there seems to be quite a few shorter people on the wagon. Seems like they're really
My
packed in
Hulk.
there.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Does it look like the same wagon, like the same model, like it's a Civic, you know? Like,
It looks a bit similar in size and construction. You know, it's it's just an uncovered wagon, but they did have a particularly large wagon to accommodate all of them.
it might be the dwarves, guys.
Ooh, we can tell them about Eric.
Yeah. Worth a stop.
Adventure
All right,
over.
well, they're coming head on in your direction, so it doesn't take long, and you guys do pass each other as you draw up to them. One of them looks over from the driver's seat and hails back at you and says, "Ah, friends, it's good to see you again.
Oh, just,
I gotta
Oh, hey,
ask,
dwarfs.
what happened to Eric?"
He made a bad decision, and he paid the ultimate price.
Alexis is just like, oh, that boy son of a... never mind.
He stole that guy's ring over there. And I pointed at Rixus.
Well, I'd be lying if I didn't think that to be fantastic news. Just a couple days after you departed, our luck has just completely turned around. We got our wagon repaired. We fetched our horses, and had a stroke of luck doing some jobs for a few people in the area.
Great news.
You're welcome.
We're just on our way now over up to Earthheart. We hear that a new colony of dwarves of our brethren have been established there, and so we're hoping to strike a fortune there at the mines that are newly reopened.
Earthheart.
Then why were the mines closed in the first place? Would Erixus know of Earthheart, with where it was?
Give me a history check.
I'm only asking because like I lived in the woods and shit.
Mm-hmm. Earthheart is a fairly famous town. You do know that it kind of fell off around the time of the spell plague, and not a lot has been known about it since. But you don't have a lot of the specifics of like the dealings and such there, or what exactly is going on. But it's pretty famous for being built on the rift. There in the desolation.
Yeah, yeah. So Erixus would say precisely that. He would say, "Oh, I wonder why the mines were closed, considering they were built in the Great Rift in the middle of a shard desolation."
Oh, I see it on the map.
Yeah, it's just directly north of the Amtar Forest. You guys were
Well, right
just
there.
a day's journey away from it, or
passed it.
so.
Were you also
Like-
Watch out for the sandstorms, right?
Yeah. Watch out for the sandstorm for sure.
We would tell that to the dwarves.
Would we?
I will keep a lookout,
Maybe.
and if you're ever making your way back up north, feel free to stop in, and hopefully we'll have a home to welcome you.
Sounds like good times.
This is ridiculous. Why would they go back to this? This is in the middle of a desolation. Erixus is beside himself with the horrible faults in logic that he's just watching be perpetuated.
Give me a separate history check.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. I'm just like walking around the kitchen. All right, separate history check. Oh, listen, my rolls are climbing. Everybody, I started at 2 and now I'm at 14.
Yeah.
You don't know like the exact specifics of all of the geography, but the Shard Desolation didn't used to be a desolation, and it was pretty widely regarded for its lush plains and forested regions, and the rivers running through, and a lot more advanced civilization than the few scraggly towns that still remain there, like Three Swords.
Would I know how long ago it was not a desolation?
A couple hundred years. It's been a very long time. It's a thing of distant memory.
So that's Erixus' point, is that it is currently a desolation. Even if it wasn't before. It is now. But nonetheless, Erixus would inform his brethren that, the Shard used to be a verdant, lush place full of rivers and bustling towns. I mean, now it's a nightmare of monsters and apparently genies, too.
True.
Genies and sentient sandstorms. But no, please, go. Go to Earthheart and enjoy yourselves. I'm sure everything will work out okay.
He's a little dumbfounded, but I'll be sure to do that. Have yourself a good day, as he urges on the horses again.
Can't help but feel like I perturbed him a little bit. So, yeah, weirdo, whatever you say, just do your thing.
All right, continuing on a bit farther. You make it another day's journey outside the forest. You have about 2 more days' journey headed back home. Give me perception checks again for rests, whoever is watching.
Alrighty. Perception. Ooh, 20.
Roll one more. Man, your rolls are hot tonight.
It's crazy. I'm cheating tonight. I'm cheating.
Yeah, you're drawing all the luck from everybody else.
Oh, God.
Look at this.
I don't see anything. I think Bobo's sleeping.
That was a roll for Fillerin.
That's
All right.
normal.
During the rain's first watch, you do notice a fairly large commotion in the woods a few hours into the night. And listening in for a minute with that perception roll, I'd say after listening for a minute as they draw a bit closer, they're not coming directly at the hut, but they're kind of a little ways off, just passing amongst the trees. You hear the kind of hushed whisperings of a large band of goblins.
Oh my gosh.
Again?
The same ones we were dealing with before.
And you would remember.
Now.
Yeah, you would remember that you're in the approximate area that you encountered them before.
Is anyone else awake with me, or am I the only one awake right now?
Where are we right now? Oh, there we are.
You are, approximately where your tokens are. Nobody else said they were watching with you. I was assuming you were taking the first watch alone for the first couple hours.
Cool. I'm just keeping an eye on it because they can't. We think they can't see HUD, right?
Yeah, they didn't seem to be able to find you last time.
So I'll try to lay low unless they come. The next person that we wake up for watch, I'll let them know what I saw.
All right, you continue listening in. They're just kind of past the edge of your vision, but you hear them, moving not super stealthily through the leaves and branches and snapping twigs here and there, but they do eventually pass through and move off into the night. All right, the rest of the evening passes uneventfully on subsequent watches, and you guys set off once again. Give me another perception check if you're leading Moros.
Guidance.
Sure.
All right, not much to see on the road. You towards the end of the day, as you begin to draw towards the crossroads down here, you do see a small band of elves pass by. They seem to have a very kind of natural garb. It's very earth and wood tones, and some of them have like wreaths of flower in their hair and stuff like that. They seem like they're not very cultured and are probably elves of the wood to some extent. But they pass by silently and kind of off to the side of the road, seemingly kind of avoiding you. Just kind of going about their business as they head back along the road the way you came. All right, towards the end of the day, you finally draw to the crossroads and spot a familiar sight of the Leaky Wheel. Given that it is the end of the day.
From the Leaky Wheel, guys? Let's go see how Rygrum's doing. Raygrum. What's the name? Raygrum?
Rangrum was the dwarf.
I thought it was the bartender.
Dwarf, the leader dwarf. What is the bartender's name?
I have it as Raygrum.
I didn't write down his name. I definitely wouldn't have chosen two names that close together. Rangrum is the dwarf.
Rangrum. Barkeep at the crossroads is what we wrote, but that's not.
I have that in my notes as well. My notes are separate from that.
Yeah.
Maybe I gave you the wrong name. All right, his name's Rangrum now.
The halfling magic thief.
Yeah, Eric's the halfling. Yeah. All right, Rangrum's the barkeep now, I guess. So you guys are headed into the Leaky Wheel.
You guys want to stop and see how our buddy's doing here? We still never.
What was our last interaction there?
Did we get kicked out of that bar?
Yeah.
When you killed Eric.
Yeah.
And there were those two weird characters that were in the back of the bar that kind of just faded out.
Wilrose is not interested. If he's not welcome, he doesn't want to go.
I mean, I want to get my reward from Zaltrim, so I'm ready to go.
All right. Well, you guys have to rest for the night. So if you, I mean, you don't have to rest at the Leaky Wheel, but
we
couldn't even.
Never got our room.
We never rested at the Leaky Wheel, right?
Yeah,
we could go in then. This is like the last stop, so we could go in and see if we can get a room.
Will
And,
Roast
I mean, you know that the
show
barkeep
the-
was upset that you kind of interrupted his underhanded business dealings with Eric,
Oh yeah.
but you don't know what his current attitude would be. Yeah, bear in mind, it's been like 2 weeks since you guys were here.
Oh, gee.
Let's go in, guys. I can use a drink. I'll buy you one, Will Rose.
Will Roast perks up when he hears the word drink.
You had me at hello.
Well, if it's drinking we're doing, then sure.
Yeah, let's go in.
All right.
All right, you guys arrive at the Leaky Wheel.
Oh.
I look at the little grave and start chuckling.
Oh, you added that? Awesome.
The lights are all on. There's a warm glow coming from the inside from the low lantern light. It seems just about as you left it, grave and all.
Allow me. Will Roast steps to the front.
While Will Rose goes to the door and casts Firebolt on the grave, see if I can set a fire a little bit. Come on, play.
It impacts and just it kind of fizzles out in the dirt a little bit. Singes a little bit of the grass.
I'm gonna step in and just kind of make, like half eye contact with the bartender, like kind of keeping my eyes on him but not making eye contact.
As you
Is he-
step
is he
in,
looking? Yeah.
as you step in, the barkeep is just turning around with a plate of bread and meat, and he steps forward up to the bar, sets it down in front of the guy sitting at the bar, and then looks over his shoulder and sees you guys walking in. Just
Oh shit.
kind of goes a little pale.
All right, I'll step up and I'll say, well, did we determine his name was Rangram? Rangram?
He's Rangram now.
All right.
As Will Rose opens his mouth,
Ralph.
Ralph
Ralphie.
points at him and goes, "You stole my ring!"
He goes, hey, Ralphie, what's up, buddy? Long time no see.
He, through gritted teeth, just kind of, hi guys, what can I get ya?
Bottle of booze and a key to your nicest room.
And my ring back. No. I'm just playing. I killed the guy who took it.
Wow.
Sure.
Sit right next to this guy and go, let me get a bottle of your finest wine for my bard friend over there.
He's going to try to kill us in our sleep, out of character. Just so we're all clear on that.
We should double up in rooms so you can take a watch.
Sure. How many rooms will it? Just the one room? There's only 2 beds.
How many rooms do you have?
I have 3 available.
We'll take them.
We should all sleep in one room with a hut.
Oh, we could do that.
That is a good idea.
We should take all 3, but sleep in one with a hut.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh,
We'll take all
yeah.
3 rooms.
We'll set an alarm on all
Can-
3 doors, though.
Yeah,
Can
like
you
traps.
can you dictate the size of the hut, or is it always 20 feet?
Let me see.
Those would be small rooms.
10-foot radius hemisphere.
What?
The spell fails if its area includes a larger creature or more than 9 creatures. Doesn't say what happens if it... Oh. Spells and... Okay. Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
say what happens if it doesn't fit. Did it, like, go through the wall?
It just fits.
I don't know. It's a dome of force too.
We're gonna explode this guy's upper floors. This poor bastard can't take a fucking break with us.
What happens if I cast in a space too small to contain the dome?
Okay, it doesn't penetrate walls. Never mind. So it will just fill the space, but it won't go beyond whatever the space available is.
Okay.
Okay.
It's like water.
While we're like taking over, I look at the guy next to me. He says, "Hello, friend. Who are you? I'm Zorkus, and that's Woolrose."
Hello. Did he give us our wine yet?
No, we're waiting.
No.
Finishing that up, he says, yes, that's fine. 3 rooms will be 15 silver, and it will be 15 gold for the bottle of wine. Any other drinks?
Rose looks at everybody else. Does anybody else want a drink? As I slap down 15 gold and 15 silver on the bar.
Oh, I'll take one. Since you're spending
Sure.
it would be disrespectful not to take one.
Stranger, do you want a drink?
Will Rose kind of turns a little,
Bars.
looks at the money he put down and the bottle of wine that he paid for, and he's like, sure, I guess I'll buy you guys drinks too. Pretty sure you guys pockets are a little heavier than mine these days.
I mean, you guys have a bag of holding full of gold, so. He turns to Zorkus finally and says,
Well, that's why I say that, because I did not steal all the gold from the dragon's.
Oh,
Sure. The man at the bar finally turns to Zorkus and says, a drink would be much appreciated. The name's Desmond. He holds out a hand.
I'll shake his hand.
I chug
What
like
might
half
your
the
name
wine
be?
bottle. I tap him on the shoulder. Tap him on the shoulder aggressively. Do you have a barrel in the marketplace?
Nice! Little Beatles reference. I like that.
That one's a bit
By the way,
lost
if
on
anyone
me.
does care what Erixus is doing, Erixus is animatedly talking to these 2 people at the table. I don't know what their reaction is, but Erixus is just animatedly talking.
They're carrying on a conversation, but like, very hesitantly and obviously a bit perturbed that you've entered their space.
Wait.
Just inserted yourself into their conversation.
Are they continuing to talk to each other while I'm ranting at them, or are they responding to me? That's a very important distinction.
They're talking to you, trying to respond to the things you're saying.
Okay. Well, let the rest of your crew can continue. If we turn to me, I have things to say, but go on with Desmond Jones. Gabe, really? The Desmond and the barrel in the marketplace, that's all lost on you? Come on, man.
Nah, I never listened to the
Better
Beatles.
than that, man. Obladi.
Yeah, still don't get it.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
we're gonna pass.
Desmond
All of a
turns
sudden, I
to
don't want to play this campaign anymore.
Desmond turns to each of you and kind of looks you up and down and what brings you fellas here this evening? You look well traveled.
We're on our way back to Halarahh. We've been adventuring. What about you? What are you doing by yourself in these, I don't know, foul places? This is not the best bar.
I'm looking for a friend of mine. I understand him to be around these parts somewhere. I haven't had any luck yet.
Who is this friend? We've been all around. Maybe we cross paths.
He kind of looks behind you a bit, and then he makes eye contact with Shin, and draws his hood back a bit and actually, I think I found him.
What?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What?
I am looking for a man named Shin. Happen to know him?
Wilros is like, yeah, that's this guy.
Hey, shit, he's looking for you.
I didn't finish my drink. Yes. I am Shin, but I don't recall you.
Yes, I'm afraid we've never met before. Perhaps, and he shoots a glance over at Wilros, kind of gawking over his shoulder, and he stands up. And perhaps we could have a slightly more private conversation.
Oh, sure, no problem.
He begins stepping over towards one of the side tables.
I put Bobo on Shin's shoulder.
Where are we all going?
Just you and Bobo right now.
Wilros is definitely following, but doesn't yet realize that he wasn't the intended recipient of that request.
Erixus sees all his friends leaving, and all anyone hears is, "No, hold that thought. I'll be back in a few minutes. We're going to continue this conversation because you have piqued my interest. You're not going to get rid of me for quite a while, but excuse me." And Erixus just starts following people. Has no idea what's going on over here, but just starts following whatever's going on.
I go, hey, Rain, how's that goblet of rat doing? I haven't seen you drinking in a bit.
I don't have it on me.
Nope. He steps over to this side table here and kind of motions for you to sit down.
Does he shoo me away yet?
As you approach the table, as he takes his seat, he just kind of stares at you silently.
What about Bobo?
Perhaps.
On Shin's shoulder.
He doesn't really seem to take much notice of that, but he finally says to Wilros, "Perhaps I could have a private conversation with your friend."
Oh. Yeah, sure, no problem.
Oh, Shin just realized too.
I'm gonna go deaf and blind and listen through Bobo while this whole thing's happening.
All right. He leans in on the table and almost in a whisper to Shin says, "How much do you know about what happened to your parents?"
Shin kind of took it aback, and not sure because I don't even know if what I know is the truth. So not much other than the fact that they disappeared.
Well, if all you know is what's been fed to you by those old fools in Geldenath, I doubt that you have the whole truth.
Shin looks curious and thinking, just giving Desmond the eye.
When your parents disappeared, it was I who was supposed to originally take on that mantle of responsibility. And I was, at the last minute, asked by the elders to step aside for your parents to take over. You know how that ended. And I'd believe that that was no accident.
Wait, you're saying you were supposed to be?
The task was mine to complete. No, he's referring to the last the last mission they were sent on.
So they took in your place.
That is correct. And I believe that they too knew that it may be their last.
And okay, what? So why haven't I known you from? Like, I've never seen you before.
After I received word that your parents had been killed, I immediately fled and have been wandering for many years since, in fear of my own life, and that it should be taken next. I believe that the elders at the temple were responsible for this, and that they would have seeked to silence me as well.
Now, what is your relationship with my parents then?
I am formerly an apprentice of your mother's. I was very deeply trusted by them, and worked very closely with them throughout their years of service.
But I was told I was loved. You don't have any idea who loved me.
That I don't know. I believe that the elders sent you away, but for what reason I do not know. There is some reason for your parents' death beyond a sheer accident. And there's a reason that they kept you away and tried to keep you away even when you sought out the training of your parents.
So they're sending me. I'm on a mission to find the whereabouts. What happened to my parents and the person who left me. How did you find me here?
It has been quite a while. I had returned to Geldeneth a couple years ago, looking for you and hoping to find information on your whereabouts when I discovered that you were not there, as I assumed you were likely in the care of the temple all these years. I managed to find a bit of information and learned that you had been sent here with some task of your own.
How can I do a check on this guy just to see how I feel about all this information coming to my...
Yeah, you can insight check me if you want.
Alright, oh god. Oh, cool.
He seems like that nothing that he said has been a lie, but he seems like he's holding something back, but you're not quite sure what.
Okay. So what is it that you want with me?
Before your parents went on that last task in my place, your mother trusted me with her weapon to ensure that it would be passed down to you at some point when you had deserved it. Calm down. And at this moment, you notice that at his back, there's something rather large strapped to it that's just wrapped in cloths completely. He shifts a bit in his chair and or reach behind and grabs it and kind of. It's large and tall, kind of like a pole arm of some kind, and he just kind of leans it up against the table and leans the haft forward to Shin. This is for you. In fulfillment of my oath to your mother.
Shin looked quite surprised and stunned. And pretend to proceed to unwrap this huge object. What is this thing?
As you begin to unwrap it, you find a glaive. Long. The shaft itself is not wood, but it's made of some metal that seems to be very light and, at the same time very strong. It feels very sturdy in spite of its weight. And all up and down the shaft, you see a number of very perfectly and intricately carved runes.
Can I hold it?
Yeah, you can pick it up.
All right, so she can pick it up. How does it feel? Light, just right?
It feels incredibly well balanced. Like this is the best blade you've ever held.
So, just feeling natural. All right, so I start, spinning around, doing some, moves, just kind of wrap the weapon around me, kind of just bending, turning it upside down, and, just felt very comfortable. And, wow. So, how long has it been since you were trusted by, I guess, my mother with this?
Nearly 20 years now. It's been. It was given to me just a couple days before their deaths. I am told. I don't know the full history, but I am told that this has been in your family, your mother's family, for generations, and that only an heir can wield it and unlock its full potential.
Feeling very surprised. She doesn't really show much emotion most of the time, but this one got him. I don't know what to say, but I'm very grateful that I did not expect this to happen, not after 20 years. Do you know anything about what happened to them? What was that original mission that you were supposed to be on? Do you know any details? Is there anything that you know that even just something for me to maybe move on to find out what exactly happened to them?
I'm afraid not, and that is why I must heavily emphasize my distrust of the elders at the temple. I, again, do not believe that their death was accidental, and the fact that this is shrouded in such secrecy, and there's seemingly no information. They covered it up quickly and immediately sent you away. It seems as though they're trying to erase your lineage from their order for some reason or another.
So, all right. So what about you now? Now that you have found me, what are you gonna do from now?
Spicy.
I do not know. I have been wandering for.
If I ever, will I be able to see you again?
I also do not know. I will likely continue wandering for a while. I have been little more than a sellsword these past 2 decades, and will likely be relegated to the same life, as I can no longer serve the order.
Well, Shane's feelings definitely mixed, and again, bow to Desmond, and said, thank you very much for holding on this blade all these years. I will make sure I take good care of it. What can you tell me? Anything about my parents, if anything? Last question.
You were still quite young, but I know that they loved you very much. And I know that they wished for you to have this and to succeed and to follow in their steps.
Well, thank you. I'm glad that we were here. We were able to meet. And I will take your advice very close to heart.
I'm glad to hear it. Good luck. He walks up and heads back to the bar.
While Shin was doing all that, I was whispering everything that was happening to the group. I don't know who's at the table because I'm blind and deaf, but I was whispering.
Whew. And
I'm
walks
gonna call,
back.
hey Shin, what's up? What happened?
Come back. Is there still Worlds still have one left?
Laurel's passed out on the bar.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
can I see that fancy new weapon of yours for a second?
Sure.
I'm gonna cast Identify.
You're casting it or ritual casting?
Ritual casting.
All right. It takes a few minutes for it to go off. As the spell does eventually come off, it immediately just rebounds off and just dissipates. You see the energy just leave your hands and then just poof, and the weapon itself, as you hold it in your hands, seems to kind of recoil away from you as if it doesn't want you to hold it.
Give it back and go, I don't know what this is, but it doesn't like me.
I know what it is.
Well,
I don't think you do.
I mean, because Zerkus, you heard everything. So this is apparently this is from my mother's. So I'm gonna take good care of it.
Nice.
Also handling the weapon. You do feel that it is magical. But in your attempted wielding of it, you also sense that there are additional properties that potentially require you to attune to it.
You should sleep with that thing tonight. See if figure it out.
Under your pillow.
I don't think it'll fit.
Erixus just like pokes it. Just poke.
All right, let's go ahead and take a quick break and refill drinks, take bath breaks, etc., and we'll come back. All right, guys, just gonna take a quick BRB, and we will be back in just a second. All right, is Matt here?
I'm here.
We're all back.
Yep.
Is Matt 2.0 here?
Matt.
Oh,
Hey.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
All right.
I said the
Let's be
cooler man
honest,
is here.
All of us, we're all playing
Oh.
Dungeons and Dragons on a Monday night. I wouldn't describe any of us as cool.
I'm attacking the darkness.
One of the mats has tattoos
Oh, which
that
one?
I know of, at least.
That's what makes him cooler.
Which one?
All right. Let's hop back into it. Anything further that you guys want to do this evening at the Leaky Wheel?
Hey, Walrus, play us a song. We haven't heard anything from you in a little while.
He's drunk. He's dead.
All right, I'll carry him to bed.
How's the performance on my snoring? Let's see. Wow, look at that.
Wow.
Critical performance.
Melancholy snoring.
It's somehow melodic, and one person in the back of the room claps and then just kind of looks around awkwardly and stops clapping.
Nice.
Do we see those weird people that were here last time?
You see a rather similar collection of travelers around. I'm not exactly sure who you were referring to. Oh, you're referring
I remember
to
someone
the.
snuck out the back door.
There were a couple of like more
Yeah, they snuck
cloaked
out over-
There were like
figures.
2 or 3 people on the front. Yeah, they were on the bar, like at the bar.
Yeah, no, you don't see them here this time. Everyone here seems a bit more social and more less shadowy. They didn't. There's no back door though. That's a window. They went to the rooms, which are down the hallway back here.
All right, to the rooms then. I'm tired.
Yep.
While we go into the rooms, I'm gonna send a message to my dragon friend, Triculo.
Okay. Roll a D100.
Ooh, he's not on our plane.
Oh.
What?
It arrives.
Right, so-
What's the message you're sending? A 96 would not have arrived.
Oh shit!
Whoa!
Wow.
Oh, you were doing it that way? Okay.
There's a 5% chance that it doesn't arrive. I was going 96 to 100. Doesn't arrive.
Hey Triculo,
Nice.
it's Zorkus. How's your adventure?
Oh.
We stumbled upon a group of characters. Do you know them? Thanks. Bye bye.
That really narrows it down.
Characters, non-player.
I know many characters. I trust you got your fair share of your reward. There's no further response.
I'm gonna say everybody. Triculo said hey to everybody. Hey.
Uh,
Alright, off to bed. Oh, let me actually send a message to my brain dead friend. What's his name?
Kaboff?
Armir? Kaboff.
Kaboff.
Hello, Kaboff. How's your brain? That's the
Hey,
best.
Yeah.
Hey Kaboff, it's Dorcas. How's your brain? Do you remember anything yet? We would like to know. We are coming back to town. See ya!
There's a slight pause, and finally he replies, "There's nothing new to report. No further response.
I think Kaboth is still brain dead. All right, I'm going.
All right, so are we taking 3 rooms and hiding out in one inside a hut?
Yeah, I'll put
Okay.
an alarm on the outside of the one we're in.
The one we're in? How big is the alarm that you can make?
20-foot cube, I believe.
Well, I'll tag it.
How far apart are the rooms separated?
20-foot cube.
A door, a window, or an area within range?
The rooms are, I mean, you can go look at them, but they're 3 by 5. As
rooms do
you're
we
heading,
have?
as you're heading down the hallway, Rangram would call out to you and say, "You have the last 3."
Oh, okay.
Towards
So
the
let's
end.
just set an alarm right here then.
Yeah, right in the
4 of
hallway.
the 3. And let's take the middle one.
So I've set an alarm in front of the last door, allowing my companions only.
No, let's put the alarm in front of the first of 3 rooms.
Yeah, right here where I am.
Oh, okay, yeah. And then we'll go into the second room. And I will ritual conjure a hut.
All right. Be a bit cozy, but you do have just enough space to squeeze everybody in there. Assuming Villarin and Rosera are also staying with you. So it will only
Small.
expand. It will only expand to 15 feet wide, but it will be 20 feet long.
Okay. It covers the whole room.
Just about.
Well,
Almost.
Adam, could you possibly mute for a second?
Am I not muted? Sorry about that.
No, it's all right.
sounded like you were
Thank
like
you.
beating something.
Yeah, it sounded dangerous.
Sounds like he's at a bar.
What'd you say, Gabe?
Yeah, I mean, it fills the whole room. You guys make your way into the room. And is anybody going to keep a watch, or are you guys just going to count on the alarm?
I'll take a watch. I want to see what's going on.
Ericsson's is going to take a watch again. And also, you weirdos, I was making my daughter's bottle. Jesus.
Sounded dangerous.
See, like,
Oh no.
Oh boy. Will Rose is definitely not on a watch. He's like assed out. He barely made a hut.
You drank the bottle of wine.
Do we need a third one?
I was going to roll one of the drow as well.
Okay.
Say Rosera can do this one, since I've been rolling like crap on Dan's sheet. Blame me, Dan. Oh, her perception's way better too. I don't know why I wasn't doing that before. All right. The evening's rest passes pretty uneventfully. You hear a bit of comings and goings from the bar patrons. The walls are a bit thin, but nothing triggers the alarm the entire evening, and the rest of the evening's rest passes uneventfully.
I'll look at Shin and go, "Hey Shin, how's that glaive feel?"
Feels pretty good. Feel comfortable.
Attempting to attune to it, you only need 6 hours of actual sleep, so you can we can say use the last 2 hours to attempt to attune to it. As you attempt to attune to it, you feel a similar resistance as you attempt to attune to it that Zorkris felt when he attempted to identify it, and it almost feels like the weapon doesn't want to be in your hands, as you feel both physically and mentally just a rejection from this weapon. And you have disadvantage on ability checks for the next 24 hours.
What? Did that guy mess with them?
Okay. So, alright, on ability checks. Okay, that. I don't know what to think of this, but feels like, you know, still need more time for us to get to know each other.
Give me a Arcana or History check. Shin, your choice.
Okay, with disadvantage, right?
I'm just double checking that I didn't tell you the wrong thing. I'm pretty sure it's ability checks. Oh, sorry. It's all rolls. Ability checks, attack rolls, and saving throws with disadvantage.
Oh my god.
no.
Just slap that disadvantage button on your sheet.
Alright, yeah, did it.
On a tune.
And you do not feel that you are attuned to it.
Oh, even worse.
Oh, you're not even attuned.
Oh,
It's angry.
But yeah, Arcana or History, your choice.
Alright, doesn't really matter. 0 for both. Ah, cool.
Oh, not bad.
Alright.
Looking at the runes on the haft of the sword, not the sword, the weapon, you recognize these very vaguely, but they are burned into your memory, and you recognize and are able to read these and see that the bottommost rune furthest from the blade is your mother's name, and the one above it is your grandmother's name. The other two you don't recognize, but you are able to read the names as oh no, I closed my sheet.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No. We're gonna find the mother. I'm gonna write this down.
So you see your mother's name, Anari, your grandmother's name, Anarieth, and then you see two other names, Inasis and Ayamis.
Okay.
Now these are they like stones, or are they just like drawn into the handle?
They are the most perfectly created runes that seem to be set into the metal itself that you've ever seen. They are without flaw in workmanship whatsoever. They are perfectly carved. Crisp, clean, sharp lines.
Okay, so it's a carving in the metal.
Yeah, it's inlaid. It's not. There's nothing.
There like,
yeah,
is
it's
there like a
inset.
space?
Inset. That's the word I'm looking for.
Is there like a space for like another rune to be carved?
They're just kind of going down the metal haft of starting up near the blade of the glaive. So I mean, in theory, it looks like it could probably fill the whole thing if it could.
Starting at the top is the furthest, not his mother's name, but the fourth name.
Right.
Okay, so we need to find somebody who can beautifully carve your name into this thing. Maybe, I don't know. Do I get the feeling that Shin is experiencing this this trouble from holding the glaive, or that it just happened to him?
I'm not sure that you would get that sense, but I mean, Shin would get the sense that it was at the time when he would have expected the attunement process to be complete that he received this rejection. So you spent about an hour in contact with it and trying to feel out its properties, and then suddenly he was just rejected.
Would I notice anything like about him, or would he mention anything about he's not feeling well or something?
That's up to him.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think I show any signs of discomfort or.
Well, then I guess Wilros would struggle to wake up and make his way out of the room.
And you do feel as though you could probably still wield it as a weapon. You just don't have access to the whatever additional properties are within this.
Got it.
Wilros leaves the room.
All right, next stop, Halarahh.
Are you guys just heading out, or was there any particular desire to head back into the
survey
bar?
the room once more.
Yeah, it seems very empty. You see the barkeep and just a couple patrons left getting a bit of food and drink before they presumably head out. But yeah, it's relatively empty.
All right. Wilros gestures to the barkeep. Bacon, egg, and cheese for the road.
We do have some cheeses and some sausage if you would like. I can wrap some up for you.
Sure.
Can you fry it on the grill and melt it and put it on a roll? As greasy as possible.
I am afraid I can't do any cooking here. You're welcome to cook it up yourself.
All right. Oh, don't worry. It will taste glorious no matter what it tastes like.
He grabs a loaf of
Slap a
bread
gold
and
piece on the table.
like half a wheel of cheese or so and a few sausages and wraps it all up and hands it to you. Grabs the gold piece.
Thanks.
Enjoy your travels.
I immediately wolf down half the loaf of bread, but before doing so, cast prestidigitation on it, and it. Wait, is that the one? Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can flavor a cubic foot.
I'm gonna make this roll taste like the best hangover meal ever.
Nice.
Did you guys follow me out, or did you all stay in?
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of just hand the bag of the rest of the food to everybody else. And then I
All right.
thank him and head out.
All right, you
Head on
guys
out.
make your way back onto the road. Are you leading again? Are you driving?
Yeah, I can drive.
All right, give me one last perception check.
One last perception check. Yeah. Hey, so close.
Oh, nice. All right. You go about your travels for the day pretty uneventfully. You are beginning to draw near again, once again to Halarahh, and see a bit of a pickup on the traffic on the road, traveling between some of the more local settlements and stuff here. But yeah, the rest of the day's travel is pretty uneventful. You arrive back at Halarahh safely, somewhat towards the end of the day. It wasn't quite a full day's travel, but you are drawing near to the evening hours as you pull into the city gates. What would you guys like to do?
What did you say? It's late in the afternoon?
Yeah, probably getting close to the time that shops would start closing, but not quite the end of the business day.
Go to Wilrose. You want to go to your buddy? You haven't seen him in a while.
The barkeep?
Yeah, the Rusty Blade. Your buddy.
Of course. Always.
See your buddy Baru.
Sure.
Oh. All right. You guys make your way to the Rusty Blade and are greeted jovially by Baru. Always happy to see you. Hello, friends. It's good to see you again. What can I get you tonight?
Just go on and I'm like, we're back. It's late again? It's like next evening right now?
Yeah, not quite into the evening hours, but it's pretty much the end of the day, yeah. Took you almost a full day to get back here.
Roger. Okay. So yeah, I would, excuse me, sorry. I would, head on in and be like, hey, we're back. Anything happened in the town while we were gone?
He leans in a bit closer and says, actually, there was a man in here a few days back looking for your friend, I believe. Your friend's name is Shin, correct? I was hesitant to give him much info, but he seemed quite adamant about finding him. Might want to watch out for that.
Did he look like, and I'll point to Zorkris, did he look like this?
I look like
Wow.
I look like Gerard. What's his name?
Desmond, yeah.
or something?
Desmond, yeah.
Baru kind of jolts back and says, oh, yeah. I see he found you then, I guess. All right, then I suppose the matter is settled. I don't feel quite so bad anymore.
All right. Anything else? Any? I'll kind of get lower and I lean in back towards him. Any word on what's going on with the council these days? Or the mayorship?
You guys have caused quite a bit of a stir. Word has been making its way around of that thing that you killed and brought back here. It's quite a story.
It's all true.
We're kind of a big deal. You know that already.
You'll have to be more specific, as we've killed so many things.
They're all true. Everything's true.
Apart from that, I'm afraid most of the conversations have revolved around your exploits lately, and with what apparently happened to Kaboff, his brain was eaten. It's crazy.
I think he's still brain dead. He still has brain damage. I just spoke to him.
That's a shame. He was a brilliant wizard. Well then,
Let's play this man a song so we could get a room.
Yeah. Mind if I do my usual?
absolutely. The stage is always open for you, friend.
Right.
Go ahead and roll a performance check. Any particular flavor you're adding your song?
I don't know yet.
Beatboxing.
So many stories to be told.
Tell him about the Mind Flayer. How Kaboff has no brain.
Yeah, I'll go off that. I'll bring back one of the refined versions of an older one that we wrote about the brain. Didn't I sing a brain song?
Yeah, I feel like yeah. Again, as usual, you've grown a little bit of a following here, and people are, though your performances are a bit sporadic, and most of the people here are always seem to be excited and attentive when they see you finally walk in and take back to the stage, and you give a pretty rousing performance and draw a few quite a bit of applause and a few tips once you finish up. You can add $2 gold and 5 silver.
Oh yeah.
A few coins that people have tossed up for you.
Noise.
Nice.
I guess at last I'll ask him is if so those people like that we met with. I mean, obviously this was quite a while ago, but the people that we met with in the mayor's office, was it in the mayor's office, right? The group that sent us on this quest.
Yeah.
I'll ask him if they, are still lingering around town, or if they left. How long after they left after we did?
You're asking Baru?
Yeah.
I'm afraid I don't know much about that. Can't say that I really saw him around while they were here, if they're still here.
All right, no problem.
I'm gonna send a message to Halarahh.
Okay.
Hey Halarahh, it's Circus. We're in Halarahh. Can we set an appointment to meet with you tomorrow? Thanks. See you then.
One moment, please. There's a pause for about a minute or so. You receive another message. Tomorrow would be fine. As early as you are able to arrive, I will be in my office.
So tell everybody, tomorrow first thing, salad thorn. Will roast. Don't forget to wake up early.
Okay.
So just to be clear, though, we're gonna tell him what we really did. That we helped the dragon do his thing.
No, that the dragon is gone in a different plane.
Where is he? Don't worry about it.
He's totally a different plane. Well, I've known through the message that he's in a different plane.
That's a good question.
So I'm sorry.
I don't think so.
And I mean this, I really am sorry, but I must have zoned out. What was the conversation when he messaged Homeboy, the other plane?
I just told him that we met those people, but I was really vague about it, and he gave a very vague answer back.
That sounds about right.
We met some characters. Do you know them?
Yeah,
Yes, I know them.
Yes, I know some characters. Okay, thank you. Good night.
Yeah, so you have no inclination of whether or not a message is received.
Well, he
Just that
responded, so...
Right, that's what tells you, but you don't know if it travels between planes or not.
No caller ID on these messages. I guess caller ID, but no geolocation.
Right.
So I'm
All right.
sort of ready for bed.
Yeah, if there's nothing else you guys wanted to do this evening. You guys make your way to your complimentary rooms at the Rusty Blade and spend your evening here. Evening passes.
But before we go to obviously Baru doesn't sleep because like he's always here. But I'm gonna just let him know if you're up earlier than us and you happen to see the shopkeep at what do you call it? Tell him we'll be there bright and early. We have some money to spend.
Oh, we also get potions too.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
What doesn't
What doesn't kill you?
Oh, and I also have a bone to pick with him.
Oh.
All right. He says he'll keep an eye out for him. Your evening's rest passes uneventfully and safely. And you all awake well rested. I don't think you're missing any spells or anything, but you guys are headed straight to Zalathorm's office then, or?
Well, we're gonna stop at the what doesn't kill you, I guess, first, and then go there.
Zalathorn, why don't we just stop by Zalathorn first since he told us to get there early?
All right, so
Oh,
let's
he's
Zalathorn first. He said first thing, but it doesn't mean much.
But what if Zalathorn kills us and we have no potions?
I think we'll be okay.
Okay.
It'll be all right.
You pick a fight with the head wizard of the Elder Council amongst
It's really
He
amongst
started
like
it.
400 wizards.
He
It's
started.
not us at that point, really. You see, this is a good DM, like a DM truth test. Like, you know, Gabe, what would you do? Would you like obliterate the entire party? You should. Like, that's on us.
Disintegrate. Level 9. Dead.
GG.
You all are dust.
Zorkus just throws out a firebolt against Zalathorn.
No.
All right. Let's go.
All right, you
Zalathorn.
guys. You guys make your way to the entrance to the council chambers. You are greeted by.
Before we get there, I'm gonna ask Zorkus, check on Rowley, check on Ripley.
I'm not gonna do that till the evening.
Oh right, messages.
It's a level 3
natural
spell.
Gotcha. Okay.
He
Never
messaged her a few days ago. I mean, he
Yeah.
knows that she was well and safe at that point.
mind. Oh right.
Still alive.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, you guys are greeted by Tarth. He seems to be expecting you and just immediately stands up from his station and opens the door to the inner chambers and guides you in back to Zalathorm's office and once again opens the door there for you and guides you in. Upon your entrance, Zalathorm greets you and, hello. It's good to see you all well again. Seems you have been
Did you expect to
successful.
see us ill?
Well, after handling a mind flayer, I doubt that there is much around here that you can't handle. What is this business about a dragon?
Yeah.
Tranquillo, you ever heard of him?
The name has crossed my ears before, but not for quite a while. Is Trinkulu the one you found?
What happened?
Did my mic cut out?
No, I just heard a lot of silence, so I didn't know if it was a request
Oh,
for
maybe-
me. 'Cause I was half listening.
Maybe it didn't work. He asked, is Trinkulu the one you found?
I said yes, I answered.
Oh, I didn't hear it. Well, that is quite interesting then. What has become of him? You say the problem is taken care of.
We talked him into exploring other realms. And he went on an adventure quest in another plane.
An adventure quest, you say?
He's no longer on this plane.
And he will remain on this other plane?
Surely you must know dragons of his type. He's grown bored with our world.
I suppose it's not impossible. All right, then.
Nothing.
It seems the matter is taken care of then. I will inform the others who had petitioned this and let them know that they can return to their lands.
Arixis,
So about that belt of mountain giant strength that you promised us.
Wow.
I'm afraid I don't remember making such promises.
Oh, you're right. Maybe I was mistaken.
But do tell.
Maybe it was
perhaps
a belt of fire giant strength.
My memory is failing me in my old age.
Wilrose looks back and winks at Arixis at Rain for a silent speech.
Oh, I don't think you can communicate back on.
Oh, which one is it? Oh, okay. I
mine,
thought one of you guys I can.
Mine you can communicate back on.
Oh, okay. Wink at Arixis for a knock on my brain.
No response.
He's putting you on the spot.
I want to ask him a question in silence.
Arixis whispers out loud, "What?"
Oh my gosh.
Wilrose is startled.
Actually-
Doesn't say anything.
That actually wouldn't make sense. He can't do that. You're just winking. All right, fine. You hear Arixis in your brain saying, "Yes."
Wow.
Do we tell him about the loot?
No.
Arixis' response is, "Yes." Wait, what loot? I'm very confused with what's happening.
What we got? The loot we got.
Southern, you said that we would get rewarded for this adventure. What type of rewards are we going to get?
I am still waiting to hear what it is that you want.
Arixis whispers very loudly to anyone, "He's falling for it!"
Was he the one that told us that we could decide what we wanted afterwards, or something? Or was
so
that
you
another
guys,
quest?
yeah, I mean, you guys had,
So many quests.
yeah, you guys had earned a reward de facto for destroying the Mind Flayer. He had already agreed to that. He promised something that would aid you in your travels, whatever that might be. You guys didn't decide on anything, and instead Arixis, or maybe it was somebody else, I think it was Arixis, suggested that maybe you guys could complete a different task for an even greater reward. And
That sounds
so,
like me.
yeah, so that's where we're at. But
would
his
still-
general angling is that he still wants a suggestion from you guys. He doesn't have, a pile of magic items to pick and choose from. He's asking what would specifically aid you guys in your travels.
would
I think we
still
want
like my
a
intellect.
belt of storm giant strength and ogre gauntlets, right?
And
Rate of
and
fierceness.
intellect.
All right, look. I am generally against. I mean, I'm totally out of character here. I'm generally against doing something that is so clearly beneficial to one member of the party.
No, I know.
At the detriment of literally we have an opportunity to get something wherever we want here, and we're gonna ask for something for one person in the party. But
What?
having said all that, our
Would you-
only AOE nuker has a 13 intelligence. We should potentially consider, just throwing it out there, consider a headband of intellect here. There's just potentially make things a bit easier for everyone. And I will let you all decide if Erixus is saying this or if Adam is saying this.
I think Adam is saying this, and Wilrose is agreeing with this. And he would suggest that our smartest wizard is our dumbest party member.
Well, no, not really.
He's-
We're all
yeah.
pretty dumb.
This is true.
He's actually the second smartest or the smartest. I
Which
think
is
he's
scary.
tied for smartest.
I'm definitely I'm actually the dumbest, I think.
Now,
I'm average.
again, like the other side of this though is that Salazar has to be like, yes, I have one of these just laying around, and I'm not giving it to any of my other wizards who are part of my Archmage Council.
Right.
But I'm willing to. I think we should potentially consider asking for it, and if not that, then we can ask for a Ring of 3 Wishes.
Okay.
If we could retro get that back.
But I'll stop there.
We could get like
Oh.
some other things too. Like, was that the immovable rod? We could try to get and see if he has one of those.
I need a Ring of Spell Storing.
Or
A
spell
working,
splitting.
a functioning one.
A functional Ring of Spell Storing is something that Erixus desperately wants.
What about spell splitting? That one's good too.
No, Spell Storing.
What
It
about
is imperative for a Warlock to get a Ring of Spell Storing.
See if we can get those 2 items. Anything else we want?
Just fucking asking for everything. So, alright.
That's a rare item, the ring of spell storing.
Can,
Or maybe
Apparatus of Qualish.
can we ask for, potentially, the belt? Tell him, let's give him a laundry list of what we need. And see what he's got. Right?
we
Which
can even
belt?
offer up some trades.
Yeah.
A giant belt.
Which one?
I mean,
Listen, I have it.
technically any.
Willing to part with my Tarrasque tooth. Can't imagine there's too many of those floating around. Even though a Ring of Spellstone is rare, I wonder what my Tarrasque tooth is. Oh, uncommon at best.
We also have that magical wood too. We have 2 branches of that magical wood. The
I have a
Avatar.
wand. I have a wand of web. All sorts of shit we can get rid of. I have a broken ring of teleportation here.
All right. So, what would you guys want? So we make a list of things. I know what I would want.
I clearly know what I want.
Stab the woodlands.
I'll go big or go home, man.
All right. I guess in this case, and since we're drawing near to the end of the session here, we'll say that you've given him a list, and he'll explain that he doesn't have these specific things on hand, but he is willing to look into it and speak with other council members and see what can be acquired to accommodate you guys, given the breadth of the tasks that you've now performed for the sake of keeping the peace and in and around Halarahh, or Halarahh entirely, I guess. Out of character, if you guys want to
You're not going to
discuss it a bit more and give me a list like in Discord during the week, and then we can resolve it.
So then I'm almost going to ask him, what did you discover about that creature that we brought to you?
The research is ongoing. We haven't just necessarily discovered a lot that we did not already know. It is obviously a very powerful, intelligent creature. I'm not sure that there is a whole lot to discover from the body apart from simply cataloging its anatomy.
I think my my crazy friend over there wants to keep a tentacle.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Of course, me.
I would probably advise against that. It
I'll trade you a
Is-
tooth for it.
currently frozen in a state of non-decay, but if we were to remove a part of it, I'm sure that it would begin to decay very rapidly. Wouldn't be of much use to you.
Okay. Tooth going once, going twice, and gone. Urchus does dangle the tooth in case. Oh, I also want to pop. I'm saying this now before I forget. I do want to pop by the archives of Mount. Help me out, Gabe.
Yeah. There's that
Not to laugh.
Yeah.
Was the tooth in the bag of holding?
No, he keeps the tooth in his pocket. I have the T-Rex tooth in the bag of holding.
Okay.
Yeah, but I want to pop by the archives at some point to talk about the green thing that I have now and see if he has any info on a blue thing.
Okay. All right.
I'm only saying it because I'm drunk and it just popped into my head.
All right. You guys are. Anything else you want to deal with Zalathorn then?
Action item here is for all of us to agree on a list of items to actually give you during the week, so you can.
Yeah, that's what he
determine.
said.
Yeah, I'm just making sure.
Yeah. So I mean, the assumption here is at this point you have handed him the list already. But if you guys just want to like actually give me a final list of things you guys would like.
We gotta include the drows.
Really? No, kidding.
Yeah, so just workshop it throughout the week and let me know before next session, and I'll he'll have a response for you in the near future. All right. If there's nothing else you want to talk to Zalathorn about, I guess you guys make your way back out. He again thanks you for taking care of the issues. Both with the Mind Flayer once again and resolving the issues in the Amtar Forest.
Does he have other quests for us?
He doesn't have anything presently. You would probably get the impression that he doesn't deal with a lot of busy work for the Empire, for lack of a better word. And most of that stuff is usually relegated to like the mayor's office or other people under him.
All right, let's go shopping.
Yeah, let's shop.
Whatever doesn't kill us.
Yeah, we should have a bunch of
Doesn't.
potions available there.
I'm gonna.
Willios has an issue.
Yeah.
A small customer service complaint.
As we walk up to the store, the windows or the doors, you could see through the door, and I could see the shopkeepers there, right?
Yeah, they appear to be open.
Okay. Nobody else in the store? I mean, I don't care. I'm just asking.
From what you can see outside, no.
I'm gonna like.
Shit up anyway.
I open the door and I kind of just swing the door open wide, and I take one step, one large step in, and I say, "What doesn't kill you?" And then I take two more steps up towards the counter, and I say, "Apparently spawns a fucking imp in your face."
He looks up from Hazu looks up from what he was looking at.
As I slap the empty vial or whatever on his counter with one little drop left of the potion.
He looks up at you and then looks down at the potion, and then you see a really wide smile come across his face, and you finally had a real taste. Tell me, what did it do?
What did it do? Well, I'm not really sure what it did, other than spawn a flying little devil child that all it wanted to do was stab me with.
Wait. You see him like grab a book from under the counter, like a really thick book. He slams it down, flips through a few pages, pulls out a quill, and starts scribbling furiously. Summons demon child. Okay, go on.
Did I ever actually feel the effects of the potion that it was supposed to do?
You did. You didn't really gain any benefit from it, given your situation and like the fact that you had held the Triceratops at bay magically.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you did feel extremely difficult to be followed at that time.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I'll explain that to him, that I felt like I was moving quite swiftly and cautiously, but apparently this imp didn't care, or this demon child didn't care. But to any event, we killed the demon child, and we progressed on, not being attacked by Triceratops.
Excellent. Well, I'm glad it worked out for you.
So now I take out the other potion that he gave me. Where is it?
Can I interest you in another potion? And he reaches down below the counter and pulls up another potion and sets it on the counter.
Well, I hold this potion up to my lips and I say, "Are you feeling lucky?"
You hold up
You
the
do
other
know what
potion?
potion this is, that the one that he gave me last. I said, "Do you remember this potion that you gave me?"
Hang
It
on,
smells
I don't remember
of
what potion I gave you.
It smells acidic, but
Oh, this one.
tastes a bit light and airy.
And Will Rose brings the potion to his lips. Erixus is going, do it.
Yeah, of course I remember selling it. What about it?
He says, I say, well, anything you want to tell me about this before I take a sip? Anything special I should be expecting? Well, first I'm asking, I want to ask him or determine if he knew about this imp. I mean, judging by the fact that he scribbled in his notebook, I would probably imagine that he had no idea that was going to happen.
Roll an insight check.
Sure. Ugh.
He seems like he has no clue. He is just experimenting with random crap and figuring out what happens after.
So does he know what this is going to do regardless? Or what the potions would have, the quote-unquote standard effect of the potion? Or no?
Not before brewing it. You don't know whether or not he knows before he's selling it to you, though. And obviously you're able to determine what it is by sampling a little bit of it.
Okay.
But you would deem that the effects...
You would sample it as well.
Yeah, you would deem that the effects that you determined are accurate.
Okay. But the secondary effects are something that only seem to happen because of drinking the full potion or something?
Right, and you don't know whether or not, all potions have a secondary effect or not.
Well, I asked him, can you tell me what that one does? The one he put on the table and asked me if I wanted to buy.
See for yourself. Just for 50 gold. The one you're holding seems quite potent.
I look at him and I'd say, well, I'd hate to regard you as an enemy after I drink this.
Technically, I don't think it makes you hostile toward him.
No, but it says it causes you to have this against the next enemy it sees.
Right, so you would have to
Next.
then regard him as an enemy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying I hope I don't regard you as an enemy after drinking this.
Oh, I see.
'Cause he knows what it does.
Vaguely, yeah. You would gather. He says, "That's up to you."
Well, I pull the vial down from my lip and I say, well, first off, let's take care of some standard business. How many potions you got? Healing potions.
Oh yes,
Big,
yes.
small, special.
He goes to the back quickly and comes out with a small crate.
For some reason, I picture this guy as like the old man from Aladdin. That Jafar, is it not Jafar? Who turns into that old man in the?
Yeah, Jafar disguises himself, I think.
Yeah. That little old man with the cane, and the funky teeth.
Kind of like that, but like a bit younger. But he comes out with a small crate and you see 6 bottles poking out of the top. Half of our remaining contract is ready and prepared for you. Here you go. He hands over 6 greater healing potions.
For free?
Yeah, we
All right.
have for the book,
right.
Remember? We had 14 altogether.
Yeah, he paid you 2 up front, the other 12 promised, and he's giving you another 6.
Is that one each?
Well, I'll give mine to the drow who don't have any left.
Yeah, there's 7 of you.
Well, I'm taking one because I'm melee now.
I'll give one to the filler.
Not to Nick Dan's take, but I'm guessing his attendance will be low or non-existent, so it might be more beneficial for you to hang on to it for now. Well, no, I'm saying that everybody but him could take one, because I don't think his attendance is going to be super reliable. I mean, you could always give it to him later, too, if he does end up attending.
Alright, so I'll put it on my thing, but it'll be going to her.
So those he gave us for free for the book, and then what does he have available for purchase?
Additional healing potions?
Yeah, potions. Yeah, healing potions. Regular and greater, or even greater.
He has a few more regular healing potions available. He's pretty tapped out on anything bigger than that, because he's pretty much spent all his time on brewing the extra potions for you to fulfill what he can, and fulfilling other orders that he was also obligated to do just already.
Oh, I thought you meant the ones that I was crowdsourcing for him.
No,
that
the
I was
6 that he
QA
owed you.
testing for him.
So yeah, he has a few regular potions of healing available.
Okay. How many is a few?
How many are you looking to buy?
I mean,
He's
I'd
got
probably
a
myself be looking
bunch.
to buy 3.
There's not really much of a shortage at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, you would definitely be able to buy 3.
All right. I'm gonna definitely buy 3, and then what was that again? 50
And
each.
those are 50 each.
With that's with the discount, right? Don't we get a half price discount on all potions now?
They're
Gone.
25 each. Sorry.
Sweet.
Oh, wow, nice.
So can I get 4? Just easy.
Yeah.
Rixus
yeah,
will
for-
can Rixus pick up 2 more?
Yep, he's got those.
That's 6
So
total.
another 50 gold total.
All right. And then I say, let me taste that new potion you got.
You gotta buy
I slapped
it
50
first.
gold on the counter.
All right.
I did. I slapped
He
50
slides
gold.
it over. All right.
and I give it a little taste.
Oh, Roll20 made a table. Don't do that. How do I delete? Oh, no, I deleted everything. No!
Uh-oh.
1 second.
I'll get out in a couple minutes, by the way.
Yeah, we'll wrap up real fast here.
I'm
Just
gonna
repasting this.
potentially end us on a cliffhanger here.
Yeah, we'll finish shopping next time.
Yes,
Oh,
spoiler
okay.
alert, I'm drinking one of these potions, whether the one I have or the new one.
Yeah. We're gonna get XP though, right?
Yeah.
Just throw that out there.
What
You know.
the heck? It won't let me paste this.
And I would request from Gabe that I'm ending the session on me drinking one of these potions, and whatever happens, but to allow the team to purchase their potions if they haven't offline. I don't know if everybody got their chance to purchase. I don't know if we were.
Well, I want to
fast-forwarded
shop
through that.
anyway, so we'll finish that up next week.
Got it.
Sure.
So I want to go like to the magic store and shit.
Well, I just meant because if another imp pops out of this potion while we're in the store,
Kill it.
you got no. Well, yeah, I'm sure we could kill it pretty easily. But if you guys would have, if it's maybe worse than an imp, want to make sure everybody's gotten their potions in. Cork is stuck on this one.
You drink it, and you die. Alright, do we level up too?
No, we're only going to get 34 experience from this session.
You earned 34 experience.
Okay, there we go. What the heck? Sorry, one more second, and you detect the potion as... Oops, that's not it.
Something I have no idea how to say.
Schaffensfreude.
All right.
Potion of
Schaffensfreude. All right. That's pretty cool. What is it? I don't want to drink either one of these. I like them both.
Pretty good.
Got any
Well,
others?
You got the fire breathing potion, right?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, and that description that Lebo pasted was correct. I was going to add that to your sheet. I'll make sure that gets on there.
Oh.
All right. I look at the shopkeep, and I say, all right. Well, this one sounds quite interesting as well. I'll be sure to let you know if there's any additional effects. But be sure to let me know if you find any more. Or make any more.
Please do. I will be sure to do that.
And listen, the next surprise coming back. Maybe I'm gonna bring the surprise with me.
Excellent.
Excellent. Here's the trick, guys. Next time we drink the potion and it spawns an imp, we polymorph it into a little parakeet. We throw it in the bag of holding, and we run over here and we open it up inside of his shop.
I'm on board with that 100%.
Why a parakeet? We can do a worm. It's easier to catch.
True.
Or a turtle.
All right.
All right, yeah, we'll wrap up there and pick up next week. Yeah, just send me the list of quested magic items, and we will resolve that in game next week. And I guess to Zorkris, if Lebo, if you want to send me what you're looking to purchase, we can go over that a bit offline too.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
Either way,
the spell shop has. I got money, so I'm gonna buy some spells.
yeah, you got
we're gonna buy
tons
some
of money
stuff
now.
too. What kind of shops are in town?
A bit of everything. I mean, there's a shop with it's pretty heavily magic user area, so there's a shop or two with spell components and things of that nature, things that are a bit rarer and more difficult to acquire in smaller cities and such.
Is there an armorer?
Yeah, there's a couple blacksmiths. You guys have visited at least one of them already.
Did
couple
anybody open up
blacksmiths
shop
and
where the artificer was?
the building you burned to the ground? Not
Yeah.
yet.
Whoops.
No.
All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up here. We'll be back next week with the next episode 30. Should be a fun game. So I will catch you guys later. Hope everyone has a good evening.